Does it ever feel like your brain is literally screaming at you to eat, even when you just finished a meal? That food noise isn't a lack of willpower, it's a biological glitch. And I've spent years mastering high raw nutrition, and I found that the secret to permanent belly fat loss isn't eating less, it's supporting your body's natural appetite regulation. So today I'm giving you the 12 foods that act like a natural off switch for your hunger so you can finally stop fighting your body and start burning fat on autopilot. Let's dive in. So I used to eat fairly healthy, lots of lentils, brown rice, lots of cooked roots, sweet potato, squash, things like that. But the belly fat on me and the love handles just wouldn't budge, and I would be starving an hour or two later. And when I realized this one thing I'm about to share with you, this changed absolutely everything for me. So we are living beings, right? We are 70% water. We're electric, right? The body never shuts down, even when we're sleeping. It's always internally cleansing, purifying, detoxifying. And we're living beings. Our cells literally run on electrical charges. So the problem is most of us are eating mostly dead, cooked food, right? And if we look at nature, we're natural beings. No other species on the planet cooks their food. No other species is chronically sick and obese like humans, all right? There's no food in nature that comes cooked. Animals eat what the earth provides and they are thriving, okay? So when we cook our food, we're killing the natural living activated digestive enzymes in the food, and the minerals get damaged and the water evaporates, so now it's very dehydrating, okay? And this is why you're thirsty after meals. Your body's desperately trying to rehydrate that dead food just to process it. But when you drink with or right after your meals, you actually dilute your stomach acid, okay? And now your body can't absorb or break down that food properly. It can't absorb the minerals from that food. So your body just sends you way more hunger signals because it's still starving for nutrients even though you just ate. So you keep eating more and more but never truly satisfied because cells aren't getting what they need. Now, I legit do not drink water anymore because I'm so hydrated by my foods. If you think about our ancestors, they weren't walking around with water bottles or portable filters going to the creek, the pond, the oceans, the rivers, and filtering water, right? Because they weren't cellular dehydrated. They didn't feel the need to because they ate foods from nature, and all foods in nature have natural water content that actually hydrates our cells. And plain water just kind of passes through us. So cooked food has its place. I'm not trying to demonize it, right? They're very grounding. But the truth is no human is deficient in cooked food. We're deficient in life, force, energy. We need living, fresh, sun-fired food. So I like to call these sun-fired foods and not raw because they've been cooked by the sun, right? The perfect amount of water content, the enzymes, the minerals, the fiber, the electrolytes are all intact when a food is ripe, okay, when a food is cooked by the sun. So an apple, for instance, is not raw, it's sun-fired, okay? And I'm not saying you have to go 100% all night, just start adding these foods in, okay? These are the only foods your body wants to eat a surplus of that won't make you fat. Like try eating white potatoes all day, every day. Try eating white rice all day, every day. You're gonna be fat, but if you just ate a surplus of fruit, you would be super leaned out and energized all day, which is how I feel. I eat a high fruit diet, okay? Because these are cleansing. Think of fruits and water-rich foods as internal soap bars that cleanse undigested waste in your digestive tract, showing up as belly fat, okay? They're way more cleansing than dead plain water because they come with those fiber and electrolytes and living enzymes that actually move things through and lubricate that stagnant waste within your colon from all the dead, hard to digest, heavy, dehydrating, dense, processed foods and heavy proteins that we've been eating our whole life, okay? And they actually suppress appetite not by starving you, but they satisfy you on a cellular level so your body finally stops screaming for more food. Now we're gonna talk about the fats here, okay? So the fats, the enzymes in these fats trigger GLP-1, which is that I'm full hormone, okay? Now cooked fats do not have this because once you cook it, the enzymes have been killed in it. So raw pine nuts, they contain phenolenic acid, but roasting it actually destroys this. And you just want to eat a handful of these before your meal, and they signal to your brain we're stuffed before you even finish eating, okay? Avocado, same principle here. These fats are alive and your body knows the difference. Raw walnuts, okay, these are great. These living fats slow down your digestion and help your body pull more nutrients from your meal, okay? But here's the thing, with anything that isn't water rich, again, walnuts, something that's not really water rich, you want to pair these with non-sweet fruits and veggies. Things like bell peppers, celery, cucumber, lettuce, carrots. These are just going to help break that dehydrating food down to be absorbed so your body can absorb the minerals from it, okay? And actually, stop sending you those hunger signals. So these living fats need that living water and enzymes from these fresh veggies to work their magic. Same with cooked foods, right? If it's dry, if it's dehydrating, if there's no living water content in it, it's going to dehydrate you and it's going to be hard for your body to break down because there's no enzymes and there's no water in it. Okay, your body needs water, some type of structured water, not drinking water, in the food for it to be broken down. And when there's nothing paired with it that's, has the structured water, it's going to show up as bloating. It's going to your body can't fully break it down, meaning it can't fully absorb the minerals and vitamins and nutrition in that food, which is why you're going to be getting those hunger signals an hour or two after. All right. So when we do this, cooked starch, what happens without this pairing of cooked food and water-rich foods is cooked starch spikes your blood sugar and it goes straight to your belly fat storage. And these blood sugar crashes make you raid the fridge, okay? But when you pair the cooked foods with those leafy greens or those cucumber slices or those bell pepper slices or those carrot slices, you have steady energy for hours. There's no crash and there's actual nutrient absorption like I just explained. Doing this is the number. If you take anything from this video, pair your cooked foods with water-rich foods. This is night and day. The energy levels and the appetite suppressant, super noticeable, okay? Now we're going to talk about these seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, and raw kelp, okay? So most belly fat comes from eating too fast and the stomach empties too quick, okay? So chia seeds, you want to mix like a couple tablespoons of these in water and then it turns into gel in like 10 minutes. And this gel physically fills your stomach and slows everything down. So it feels like you're really full when you just had like a little bit of calories. Ground flax does the same thing. You can stir these into smoothies or just water. Same gel effect, slows digestion dramatically, okay? Now raw kelp, these are my favorite. You can find these at like your local health co-op store, maybe Sprouts, Whole Foods, and you can make salads with these. These are actually like 0 calories, I'm pretty sure. But they have that gel-like effect that's going to keep you full for hours. And I recommend like putting some sauce on it. They have no taste. And I do recommend making your own sauces or dressings or dips at home because all the ones in the grocery store contain syrups and additives and gums and preservatives and especially inflammatory oils that are very hard for your natural body to break down these unnatural ingredients. And when your body can't recognize them, it can't break them down. So it just stores as fat, okay? So I'll leave a link below to download my free list of sauces and dressings and dips that are easy to make, 3 to 7 ingredients each that you can put on top of these kelp noodles or salads or make those cucumber slices and bell pepper slices taste amazing with those dips and sauces. So I'll leave a list below. These are just amazing, okay? Kelp noodles are amazing for appetite suppression. They're gonna really keep you full for hours, okay? And in terms of chia seeds, okay, yeah, I like to do these in coconut milk or almond milk. And you can put them in a mason jar and close it. Chia seeds, some almond milk, throw it in the fridge. And then when you take it out the next morning, it's gonna be like this chia pudding. And you can put some berries on it and some flax seeds or whatever else on it, maybe some nut butter or whatever. And that's going to keep you full for hours as well. Now, bell peppers and celery. These are packed with luteolin, which reduces inflammation in your fat cells, okay? Basically tells them to release stored energy instead of holding on to it. All right, and I like to, again, take those bell pepper slices, celery sticks, and either dip them in some guac or some of those dips and sauces that I've listed below. Okay, now what happens in your body when you eat these water-rich foods is your stomach stretches from that volume and water content, so your gut just releases the I'm full hormone that way, okay? And by the time you eat your actual meal, all of these are good to pair with your meal and right before having your meal. By the time you eat your actual meal, you'll naturally eat 30 to 40% less, okay? Cucumbers, these are a big part of this too. They give a lot, there's a lot of water content in there that's gonna stretch your stomach and send those I'm full hormones, okay? Arugula and dandelion greens, these are your bitters, okay? If you start every meal with just a handful, you can throw some lemon or salt on it. The bitterness in these flip a switch in your gut, okay? So it releases GLP-1 immediately. Before you even finish chewing these, your body goes into this digestion and satisfaction mode, okay? So this really sets the tone for your entire meal, okay? And it prepares your digestive system and primes you to feel full, you know, before you even have your meal. These are great. Another thing too with bitters is you can have yellow dock root or wormwood root. They're like type of tea. Very, very strong. If you're not used to bitters, they're gonna be strong, but having that 10 to 20 minutes before your meal is gonna do the exact same thing. Raw ginger as well. This is great to use on your salads or just like any type of food, even if it's takeout, okay? That's one thing I mentioned. The cooked food, like I said, you pair it with those water-rich foods, the bell pepper, the cucumber. Even if you're just having something that's not the best for you, make sure you pair it with those water-rich foods because you're gonna feel a difference and it's gonna help you not overeat, and it's just gonna keep you satisfied for way longer, and you're not gonna feel all like brain fogged and bloated after your meals. So ginger kills that inflammation, and again, inflammation is fat storage, and it keeps the blood sugar steady so you're not crashing, and it prevents that post-meal energy dip that makes you want to snack afterwards. So ginger is great. Raw broccoli, my favorite. Okay, you don't want to really cook broccoli. I know that's a big thing, but they contain something called thylakoids. But when you cook them, these thylakoids are gone, and these thylakoids block your body from absorbing up to 40% of fat. So they keep you full way longer. Okay, you can throw these in your, like I said, you can throw these anywhere, right? Any takeout, like just have a little bit goes a long way. Apples with the skin. You want to make sure you really wash the apples because they contain like, I forgot what it's called, this kind of like weird white powdery thing on them. If you're getting them from the grocery store and not like a local farmer. But the skin on these apples and blackberries have these, they contain pectin, and pectin creates a fiber plug in your digestive system that keeps the fullness signal going strong for a couple hours, okay? And pectin also eases with gastrointestinal problems, things like constipation and diarrhea. And so, yeah, apples are great for that appetite suppressant, and blackberries as well. And the thing with sweet fruit, I didn't mention, you probably noticed I've always said, pair these cooked foods and these nuts and seeds with non-sweet fruits or veggies. You only want to pair sweet fruits with sweet fruits, okay? You don't want to be pairing sweet fruit with cooked food or anything else, just sweet fruit with sweet fruit, okay? And then the non-sweet fruits, again, the bell peppers, the cucumbers, the carrots, the whatever, all of those are to be paired with all cooked food and nuts and seeds to help break it down and provide that with the water content and the enzymes that the cooked food doesn't have and the nuts don't have, all right? So apples and blackberries, perfect for appetite suppressant, okay? So the mindset shift here is start feeding your cells the living sun-fired food that they're designed for. Add these in gradually, okay? And your body will naturally stop craving this dead, processed foods, okay? And it will start releasing that stubborn belly fat automatically because all of these, again, are very cleansing, they're very purifying, they're very detoxifying, and going to come in and really break down all that stagnant and lubricate that stagnant waste in your digestive tract showing up as belly fat. And some of these you may not crave right now, and that's okay. Your taste buds take 7 to 14 days to rewire. So if you just feed yourself, half a cucumber in one of those dips below a day, then 7 to 14 days, your taste buds are naturally going to start craving them. Same thing with your gut bacteria. Your gut bacteria is created out of the foods that you feed it. So if you eat bread every day, you're naturally going to crave bread, right? Your gut is your second mind. So if you add cucumbers in once a day, then that's going to become a part of your gut microbiome or your gut bacteria, okay? I was trying to say both right there. That's going to become a part of your gut bacteria. And so that's what you're going to crave. You're going to start thinking of that. You're giving your body and your taste buds new options to think about when it does get hungry instead of the same 5-6 foods, okay? And this is not a diet. It's just giving your body what it's desperately asking for, okay? Which is true cellular hydration. A big reason why people have this belly fat that won't move is from cellular dehydration. We're eating, we're water-based beings, and we're eating this dehydrated, dense, processed, heavy, hard to digest foods that are getting stuck in our digestive tract and slowing things down in our bloodstream. And water is not enough to cellularly rehydrate this dehydration, okay? We need to cleanse this stuff out with these water-rich foods that are going to actually satisfy your body and stop giving you those hunger signals, okay? So quick recap, the 12 foods: raw pine nuts, avocados, raw walnuts, bell peppers, celery, cucumbers, chia seeds, flax seeds, raw kelp noodles, arugula, dandelion greens, raw ginger, raw broccoli, apples, and blackberries. Okay, remember, everything dry, dehydrated, and waterless. Pair these with those non-sweet fruits and veggies. Like I said, if you take anything from this video, do that. That will stop your appetite from sending you hunger signals, and it will actually allow that cooked food or that dehydrating food, the food that has no water content, break down efficiently so your body can absorb the nutrients from it and stop sending you those hunger signals. All right, I hope this was helpful. I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys grab that sauce and dips and dressing list that I've linked below for free, and enjoy the rest of your day. Happy healing, family. Cheers.